Are you interested in Japanese performance, but perhaps are only familiar with kabuki? Welcome to Theater History Thursdays. Today's topic is Butoh. Butoh is a Japanese avant-garde performance style that was first developed in the 1950s. It was a collaboration between Tatsumi Hijikata and Kazuo Ono, and was a reaction to conditions in post-war Japan, such as food shortages and government and economic instability, in addition to a rejection of strict classical disciplines like kabuki and no. It created a movement vocabulary that was more earthbound and guttural rather than ethereal or stylized. Butoh is defined in part by surrealism, using contorted faces and unsettling movements. It was originally referred to as the dance of darkness, and Butoh aims to shift between the conscious and the subconscious, and each movement is intended to be layered with emotion. Butoh is also known for having an incredibly rigorous training regimen, and these are also some of the same tenets that we talked about in symbolist theater last week, and so if you're interested in that video, I would love for you to check that out. The first Butoh piece was called Forbidden Colors, and it was performed in 1959 as part of a dance festival, and it was based on the novel of the same name by Yukio Mishima. The piece was met with outrage because of the dark subject matter and stylistic choices. Hijikata continued exploring darker themes throughout his career alongside Ono, though the two were known to have two very different teaching styles. Hijikata's movement style was a lot more visceral than others who have since choreographed for Butoh performances. Butoh was performed outside of Japan beginning in the 1970s, when it took on the stylistic choice of having performers in full body paint and more heightened costumes like clawed hands. Another distinct facet of Butoh performance is the silent scream. During the 1970s and the 1980s, Butoh was met with positive responses from European and American critics, and many Butoh troupes settled in Europe. One of the most prominent Butoh troupes is Senkaijuku. Founded in 1975, they have performed all over the world, and they also have formed a working relationship with the Théâtre de la Vie in Paris, and they premiere a new work every 2 years through this collaboration. In 2000, Sayako Oishi and Yoshito Ono founded the International Butoh Academy in Palermo, Italy, and the name later changed to the New Butoh School in 2007. At New Perspectives, we are interested in exploring the wide range of physical movement styles and vocabulary that exist in various theatrical genres across the world. We've seen before how ancient theater styles can transform and influence more modern forms, like how commedia dell'arte had come from Roman comedies, and both of those influenced American vaudeville. New Perspectives encourages modern playwrights to look at older forms like Butoh in order to discover how those unique genres can make way and influence experimental and innovative theater today. That's all for Butoh. Make sure to tune in next Thursday for more theater history with New Perspectives.